Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lauren. For today's video, I kind of just felt like playing around with makeup. I'm not heading out anywhere. I just felt like doing a little look on my eyes. So today I really wanted to play with some olive green colors, as you can see by my shirt that I'm wearing now. And I'm actually going to be using what I feel like now is kind of a forgotten about palette. This is the Subculture palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I feel like these have perfect colors for the fall time. And I know I keep talking about fall looks and fall stuff, but it is really only September. I feel like it is technically still summer, but I've just been really inspired by these colors. So as you can see today, I have already done my brows. I used my Anastasia Dip Brow, and then I primed and set my lids using the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and then I set it using the Too Faced It's Banana Setting Powder. This product was actually one of my chopping block products from my declutter video, which is now live, so I will link that above for you. And I'm kind of thinking that, you know, this product is just, it's not one I really love, but I feel like it's a collector's item. I really, I think it's so cute, and I love the banana scent, and it's pretty, so I really didn't want to get rid of it, but I feel like it worked really well for setting my lids, so that might be my new use for that. But so anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the eye look. I've really been loving these shadow shields. I picked these up from Walmart. And what I actually do is I cut them in half, kind of to double my usage with them. Take off the top part of the sticky, and this just helps to keep our eyeshadow nice and precise and sharp lines. And you'll see it actually is really helpful for doing winged liner as well. All right, I just raised my seat up some here, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing fairly well. Okay, so to start, I'm going to go into my Subculture palette with this fluffy crease brush from It Cosmetics. This is my favorite brush. I use this pretty much for every single eye look I do. And I'm going to take a little bit of the color Dawn and start to use that as our transition shade in the crease. This is just kind of like a light peachy color, so I think it's going to be great for a transition shade. I feel like I'm just going to keep this look nice and simple. I'm not going to do like a crazy like cut crease, anything like that. I was just kind of inspired by the olive green color in this. So that's going to be the focus of this look. Next, I'm going to go in with kind of this flat shadow brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics. And I'm going to take the olive green tone here. This is called Destiny. Pack this on here. And I'm just going to put this over the entire lid. You'll start to see this is where those shadow shields come in handy. Now I know this was kind of like a controversial palette when it first came out. Like some people most people absolutely hated it. I could see why. I do feel like it is a little bit tougher to work with, like blending the colors, but I think the colors are gorgeous, and I don't mind taking the time to work with them. And I feel like the color story of this palette is so unique, but I will say there is a lot of fallout, so I would be careful with that. And if you're using this palette, especially if you're doing a look with the darker colors, making sure you're putting your face makeup on last. It's going to look a little crazy for a while, but we trust the process and it'll all come together in the end. Next, I'm actually going to use the brush that the palette came with, using the fluffy side, and go in with the shade Untamed. This is kind of like a greenish teal blue color. Just a little bit of this is a pretty potent color. I'm going to build up the outer V a little bit with that. Now I think I want to add a little bit of orange to the crease, so I'm going to go in with the shade New Wave and kind of go a little bit above where we put the Dawn color, but also, kind of blending in the orange and the green. Next, I'm going to go and do some tight lining, line my eyes with this Estee Lauder eyeliner in the shade Blackened Cocoa, and I'm going to do my waterline, and I'm also going to tight line with it on the top. Next, I'm going to do my liquid eyeliner. So this is an eyeliner I've really been enjoying. This is from the brand Mia Adora. This is the Unshakable High Pigment Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. And they were actually kind enough to send it to me. So thank you so much to them. I feel like this has a super sharp point to it, which makes it great for doing winged eyeliner. But then I like to, you know, cheat a little bit and use the shadow shield to make it super easy to do it. So I'm going to do the liner now, and what I typically like to do is a straight line across the lid and then go in with the wing, and you'll see how the shadow shields really help me with that. Okay, so now the eyeliner is on, and I'm going to take off the tape so you're going to be able to see here, you know, how much that helps me to keep a nice sharp line with the shadow and the liner. See that nice sharp line there? So there you go. Love these. So then Mia Adora was also kind enough to give me a coupon code for my subscribers, so I will leave that in the description box down below for you. So now for the inner corner highlight, I think I want to keep with the green theme, so I'm going to use the shade Electric, this really cool like neon green shimmer shade. Use my pencil brush from e.l.f. my inner corners with that. Oh, I love this color. It's very different. I think that's a really cool color. So I'm going to start with that there. We may have to go back in over top once we do our foundation and concealer. So I already did my primer. So I use the Glamglow Glowstarter in the shade Nude Glow. And then in the center of my face, I use the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. And I did also want to talk about, while I'm thinking here, I just put on these press-on nails from Kiss, and I feel like they look so good. I actually got them in the size petite, and they're the real short kind. So I kind of like tiny fingers, and so I have small nail beds. So usually like fake nails look like so big and fake on me. I mean the press-on kind. And I love getting acrylics done, but it can be so expensive and the upkeep is a lot. So far so good. I feel like they look really nice. Let me know what you think down below. Okay, for my foundation today, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me in the Matte and Poreless variety. So this is in the shade 118 Light Beige. And then for my concealer, I'm going to be using the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer, and I have mine in the shade 100 Pure Ivory. Okay, so now the concealer and foundation are all blended out, but we have got to get some color back into this face. So I'm actually going to be using a new product here. This is a new product from Physicians Formula. This is from their new organic wear line, the Sculpting Bronzer. This one is in the shade Taupe. So this is what it looks like here. So it's kind of just like a sculpting stick, which reminds me of my Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. So I wanted to try it out because I'm almost out of that one. And the way I like to use products like this is actually taking this contour brush from Real Techniques and just kind of dabbing it on there and then blending it out. I feel like it gives a nice smoother finish and more seamless and airbrush than just like drawing lines onto your face with this. I feel like it has a nice pretty natural color. So I'm liking the formula of this so far. I feel like it's creamy, but it's not too creamy where it's sliding around too much. We'll do a little of the jawline. I feel like it does give a nice contour there, so I really like that. So next I think I want to do a liquid highlighter because I haven't done that in a while. So I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Glow Highlighter. This is in the shade Oyster. I actually picked this up from TJ Maxx in a haul video I did recently, so I will link that for you if you are interested in that. I'm just going to put a little bit of this onto my finger. You really don't need too much at all with liquid highlights like this. I'm just going to dab it onto my cheekbones And then I'll go back in with my beauty sponge and really blend it out. So that highlight's pretty subtle, so I'm going to go in over top with a powder highlight at the end. Next, I'm going to take this powder brush from Eco Tools and I'm going to use a little bit of my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter setting powder in the shade Butter. Kind of mostly focus on where I put the concealer, but I'm going to set the entire face, especially now that we've used, a cream bronzer and highlighter. Next for my blush, I'm going to be going in with this Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Exposed. This is just a nice, kind of like a nude color. And I am going to be using, what brush do I want to use? I'm going to use this fluffy stipple brush from Eco Tools. I'm actually just going to make it easy, use that same brush and go in with my Physicians Formula, keeping with the Physicians Formula for our bronzer colors today, using the Butter Bronzer in this shade Sunkissed Bronzer. Love the coconut smell of this. Just warming up the skin. Then to top off that highlighter, I'm going to use the Laura Geller highlighter. This is in the shade French Vanilla and Portofino. But I'm actually going to use just the more intense side here. So I'm going to use this brush here from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is actually called the Blush Brush, but I really love it for highlighting. So take some of that more intense color here. And top where we put that liquid highlighter, just to give a little bit extra glow, because that wasn't doing enough for me. A little bit on the temples. Cupid's bow. On the chin, center of the nose, on the forehead. We love a highlight. So now I think it's time we go back in and finish up the lower lash line. So I'm going to take the other side of the brush that comes with the palette, the short, stiff side, and I'm going to go back in with the olive green shade Destiny and run this on my lower lash line. Then because that color is a bit dark, I don't want it to be too harsh, I'm going to clean off my fluffy blending brush and go back in to Dawn. Just a little bit of that and buff that out. I'm actually going to go back in with a little bit of the highlight we use on our face and do the brow bone with that. And I'm going to actually, I think, do a little bit on the inner corner and then top it again with that electric shade. I feel like that gives it a little more brightness. And I really like that for the inner corner. Now I'm actually going to put false lashes on, but just to give them a little extra oomph, I'm going to use my Too Faced Damn Girl mascara. Let's do a light coat of this. Okay, next I am going to pop some lashes on and then I'll be right back. Okay, so the lashes are on. I actually use my favorite magnetic lashes. These are from Belle Chloe, the Wake Up and Makeup collection. These are in the shade Natural. So if you're interested in those, I will leave a link for them down below and also with my coupon code, so that if you would like, you can save 10% on these lashes. Okay, so for the lips, I think I'm going to go in with one of my favorites. This is the Marc Jacobs Cream and Sugar lip liner. It's kind of like a peachy nude. And I like to actually completely fill my lips in with that. And then I think to kind of tie in the orange that's on the lid with the lips, I'm going to use my MAC lip gloss. It just says Frost on the bottom here, but I feel like that's the formula, not the color. It says CB96 AC7. I don't know if that's the shade. I got this for free on National Lipstick Day when I had gone into my Ulta that has the MAC in there now when I had purchased some MAC products. So I don't know. It just says Frost on the bottom, but those are the numbers if you're interested. Okay, I actually feel like that's too bright. I'm gonna have to go on top of that with something more nude. Okay, so let's actually try topping that with the Too Faced Melted Liquid Longwear Lipstick in the shade Sugar. See what we think of this. Okay, I think that toned it down some. It's still a little too pink for me, but it's fine. We're just gonna roll with it. All right, and then the final step, I'm just gonna use the e.l.f. Matte Blotting Mist. If you have oily skin, you need to get this. It does a great job of keeping you matte. I love it for setting my makeup, and I also love to use it as like a primer spray beforehand. And I've actually used it a few times. You can use it as like a touch-up, like rather than a touch-up powder. You can spray it on your face throughout the day, and it will help to absorb the oil. So I think it's a really cool product. But okay, so that is the finished look here. I really love the olive green tones. I feel like I'm maybe a little bit ahead of myself doing all of these fall inspired looks, but I feel like everyone on YouTube is already doing it now. This is just the vibe, it's here. So, and I really love the Subculture palette. I know it's not like new and fun and fresh anymore, but I feel like it's a great palette, and if you're looking for some great fall tones, I really recommend this. But I think that's gonna be it for this video today. Don't forget to give this video a like if you're excited for more fall tutorials. Leave me a comment down below what I should do next, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye guys.